All right, let's get to the real
That's
news.
been the question. We don't know if they've located the subject, the suspect. The latest update from police, which came about 27 minutes ago, half hour ago, noted that there had been no shots fired since the initiation.
I wonder if what the fuck? I wonder if your body language, like and not limited to your head and upper torso movement, left, right, and tongue, lips, and uncontrolled like movement are a part of your personality, or you require that as you got money and you're trying to make it look like you're an important and act like a bad guy. I just wonder, did you have this don't give a shit, I'm cool attitude as a kid, or came with money? Sorry, it's an old copy pasta. Don't hurt me. Jesus Christ.
Of the shooting. What police have not said is whether they're making any progress as to the suspect's current location. Ryan Young, he's been on the ground. He's been talking to police sources. Ryan, tell us what's the latest you've learned.
Yeah, I was talking to some sources, and of course, they were just sort of going through what the next steps are. And so as I'm sitting here talking to you now, I'm getting several text messages from police officers in the area. They say right now they don't have him located in terms of the situation, but they could be in this several blocks area, and so that's why they're keeping this hard perimeter. That's what has been sent to me at this point. Of course, as we work through this, of course, everyone's trying to figure out exactly what the next steps will be. And
I'm gonna go
again,
pee real quick.
What they are being cautious about is nobody wants to give up too much information, as this person could be watching television, and or, you know, hey, we live in a new world. They could be streaming on their phone. And so, you know, they asked us to move back several different times. As you see, we are at the tape line right here, and the police have set up the perimeter. So, of course, we can't go past this perimeter, and it's set up that way all the way around this like 4 or 5 block area that they're making sure they have locked down. So they set that up. Obviously, there's certain points where you can get a camera into and see a little further down, but also we're being cautious. I don't know if they cleared the airspace just yet, but again, you have to start wondering in a situation like this one, whether the person who's involved in this is streaming from their phone or listening to the continuing coverage to figure out exactly what's going on. So that's all a part of this, as at least they were able to neutralize or stop the fact of the shooting going on in Midtown at this point.
And back because we heard it's an active shooter.
We just saw.
I thought no live regarding shootings. The only thing we do whenever there's a breaking news situation is cover whatever the facts news reporters have actually gathered. And we do it in an effort to combat misinformation that is being spread. Haven't seen too much misinformation being spread about this particular shooting thus far. There's also... It's just like there are so many fucking shootings. So I feel like people I feel like people basically can't keep up with all the shootings that are going on in their immediate vicinity. So they just like hyper focus on they just latch on to whichever shooting they can. They're like, oh man, oh, we got one. This is the shooting that we're going to say is like a trans person or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just like.
A lot of Atlanta police officers with long guns just jumped into a car, and you were telling me this is very much active. You told me that they're looking for the shooter. I mean, to watch this play out in real time, what is this like for you?
You know, it's just, I can't describe it right now. I just really can't describe it. It's just crazy.
This is not even a mass shooting. This is just an active shooting, which is what makes it unique, I guess.
It's really crazy.
Are you nervous, scared? Do you?
I mean, I called a couple of my family members like, hey, it's an active shooter in the city. If anything happened to me, I just want y'all to know that I can't get back into the building, and I'm out here really in the streets, and they're telling me that I just have to keep moving backwards from my actual original location. So it's just tough right now. I can't get back to work.
Them pushing us back, how much does that suggest to you? Expanding their perimeter.
It's really, that's dangerous. Let me know that the situation is not something that can be taken lightly. They're definitely taking all the precautions that they can by pushing us this far back. And it just makes me wonder, where is he? It could be any one of us.
Mass shootings at this point, or like active shootings, are in America. They're basically like snow days for adults. You know what I mean? Except instead of it like, you know, hailing outside, or you can go out and like play in the fucking snow as a child, I guess you have to duck and cover, which is good physical activity when you think about it. So yeah, pretty much the same. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, adult snow day, yay! Not going to shoot it, not going to the shooting gallery. Sorry. Yay! It's like a snow day, but it's hailing bullets.
Not any one of us, but it could be anybody out here right now, and we don't really know who's the shooter.
Sir,
someone is definitely going to misconstrue this one, brother. What does that even, how do you misconstrue that? Do you look at that and go, wow, Hasan is pro mass shootings? Like, you have to be, I know that I have a lot of unhinged haters out there, but like, I don't know how they could make that messaging stick. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Hasan, very famously pro more mass shootings. Like, what?
Whereabouts?
Sir, we were just obviously just talking off camera. You're live right now on Channel 2 Action News. I'm glad you're okay. I know you were talking about that you're just trying to catch your breath now, but again, can you just take us through what just unfolded?
I work in the building right next to where the shooting took place, and I was going on my lunch break. I was crossing over to go into Whole Foods, and all of a sudden they was pushing us out of the building, pushing us further back into the streets, telling us to get away from the building where the active shooter were at, and just telling us to get back. It's a shooter, it's an active shooter, and we don't even know who the shooter is and where the shooter at right now. And so it's really, it's really nerve-wracking.
What was the first thing you did, though, when they started saying, active shooter? What do you do?
What could you do? Because I went to start looking up to make sure nobody wasn't hanging a rifle out of one of these windows or anything like that. And I went to put my back against the wall and just trying to do whatever the officers tell us to do at the time.
I don't know if you've seen this yet. Atlanta police released photos of the shooter, the suspected shooter. I don't know if he looks familiar.
Not right offhand. No, not right offhand.
Can you just tell us, though, again, I mean, it's become so common for something like this to happen, but for you to actually be living this and experiencing it, when it all went down, was everybody around you just kind of joining together just to stay?
We was joined together. It's kind of nerve-wracking because the officers just came up to me thinking I was another suspect they was looking for, and I just had to show my ID so they could realize who I was. And so, it's nerve-wracking because I guess they got a little picture of him, but we don't know who he's working with, who's helping him out or anything. So, and they haven't yet caught him, so.
Real quick, anything you want to say to your friends or family that may be trying to get a hold of you, can't reach you?
Just be aware of your surroundings, cooperate with the law, what they ask you to do. Anytime situations like this occur, we just want to all work together and try to avoid getting shot.
Great. Well, wonderful stuff. New saga has reached the interwebs that I was briefly